Here we go. After kind of a rough start, thanks to all the streaming platforms out there that kind of gives us streamers and content creators kind of a hard time most of the time. Rough start though, but we are here and I'm going to start recording. Welcome to Ozzoy Bits Live Classroom. This is going to be the RH124 Chapters, if I'm not mistaken, 3, 4, and 5. And yeah, I'm streaming to YouTube horizontal, YouTube vertical, and Twitch. I created an Ozzoy Bits Twitch channel. And you can go to twitch.tv/Ozzoy Bits. And I'm also streaming in Twitch or on Twitch. How do you say it? It's on or in? On or in. Never mind. I'm streaming also on Twitch. If you prefer to watch me on Twitch, you can go there. So twitch.tv/Ozzoy Bits. So I'm streaming I'm just managing 3 streams and I'm still recording locally. So this is going to be interesting to say the least to see how this goes. I'm also testing some stuff. I'm testing the vertical one. I'm not trusting the vertical thingamajiggy that YouTube says it does automatically for us. So I don't believe them. Okay, so I'm using my own vertical platform, my own vertical thingamajiggy, and I'm trying to keep up with chat. Let's see if I can keep up. So it says it's excellent. So the vertical connect, yeah. So YouTube, it's always YouTube Twitch stream. It's always a little bit behind, which is fine. So yeah, so everything looks to be okay. Vertical, horizontal. Also on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/Ozzoy Bits. The Twitch stream is also looking pretty fine. I'm glad with that. So it was kind of a rough start because I don't know. I clicked the start streaming, and all the platforms kind of grabbed their pants. But oh well, it is what it is. Also, I will release a full edited version of this training session for members. So all the jibber jabber, all the craperinos, coffee breaks, this part of me talking blah 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 will just will get cut out and uploaded as a separate video for members only, so that members can enjoy the fully uncut and fully no breaks, just enjoy start to finish without any interruptions or thingy-majiggies. Also, my chat on YouTube, it's also members only. So, and in Twitch, it's followers only. So people need to get their money's worth. So that's how I do that. So there you go. For today, since it's kind of a promotional thing, you can chat with me on Twitch without being a follower. But that's just a today thing because I'm starting off the Twitch channel. So YouTube members only chat, YouTube members only edited version. You can chat with me on Twitch if you want to do it for free for now. So the first couple of sessions will be free. So no need to be a member or a follower anywhere. You can chat with me on Twitch without any other added cost. If you are a member, and I love everybody, members included, you will have access to the edited version and the kind of the slimmed down version of the streaming sessions that will allow you to go straight to the point and have less hassle and less interruptions. You get the idea. So it's 9 a.m. here. Welcome. And I'm just going to double check a couple of things here. Going to refresh. I just need, since some things are new, let me test here my Twitch chat. Yep, everything's working perfectly fine. YouTube also, I know that YouTube is just working, so I don't need to do anything else. Just doing a couple of things more. Engage with chat. I know YouTube. Thank you for the suggestion. You are a good guy. I love you a lot. Cool. So today, let's then begin. I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit under the weather. And we're going to make chapters 3, 4, and 5. 3, it's about getting help for local documentation. I have this. Hopefully, the past Ozzoy was a smart guy, and kind of written that down in the description. And I hope I did. Yeah, chapter 3, getting help. Chapter 4, registering your system, and chapter 5, getting AI assistance. So yeah, let's start with at the beginning, of course. And let's, I don't know, we can go to this view here. Let's go here, maybe. Yep. So yeah, so let's get some assistance here while using Red Hat system. Some of you have probably noticed that. Give me a second. Maybe I can power this. Get. So yeah, I saved backtrack. I don't know why. Just give me a quick second. I need to do a thing here because a client is contacting me. One second. They don't know I'm live right now. So they don't really know that I'm live right now. So they're trying to get some assistance, and that's fine. So yeah, let's go with, I forget. That's just my mind doing tricky things. Chapter what? I forget. Chapter 3, getting help from local documentation. Okay, cool. So let me just get my cheat sheet here going. Cool. So basically, we have done a lot about this on a previous session. So we have not checked out the previous session. Go and check it out. Which were chapters 1 and 2, and it was kind of inevitable. It was kind of inevitable that we would just discuss that. Ignore my phone. I need to put this out. Customers being customers, and okay, out of the office engaged. So yeah, so we have talked about. Let's check the history here. And I think we did. It was a week ago. So I'm going to try as best as I can to make these sessions every Wednesday at 9 a.m. So it's going to be the the schedule I'm going to keep. So every Wednesday at 9 a.m. I will try to keep that as best as I can. And that's something you can almost rely on. So every Wednesday at 9 a.m. GMT. So Lisbon time, UK time. That's where these sessions are going to occur. Just to be sure, double check my channel and check the schedule, because I'll schedule it as advanced as I can, so you guys can know. But for the most part, it's going to be Wednesday, 9 a.m. So if you are a member, you will receive an edited down version of this without me saying this and going right to the point. So I'm recording this locally. I will edit this out, and you will be able to have access to the full edited down version. So yeah, so I'm looking here at my system. Everything looks to be behaving a-okay, no complaints. So I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube horizontal, YouTube vertical, and also, well, 3 streams, and I'm also recording locally. So this is handling things pretty well. It's not the first time I do this. So I am streaming. I'm going to make a video all about this. So I'm streaming output. I'm streaming with my CPU, and I'm recording with my GPU, which is quite nice. Yeah, everything's looking. It's frame rate is fine. Yeah, everything's fine. So nothing on chat. Cool. So we have discussed this beforehand, which is the use of the minus help thingy-majiggy. Okay. So this is kind of what we have used before. This is a way to get help. You just type, minus help, and you're off to the races. And let's just try to remind ourselves what this means. So, and if you were watching this, the RH124, it's kind of a beginner thingy. It's for beginners. So this is for people who never or very little had contact with Linux, and this is kind of building the ground up for those people that don't know Linux all that well. So things get a little bit more serious, quote unquote serious, from chapter 6 and beyond. Okay, so until chapter 5, it's kind of getting people up to speed to understand what we're going to do from there on. So chapter 6 and beyond is going to be a little bit more I don't know how to say this without scaring anyone, a little bit more serious. Hard, yes, also a little bit harder, but it's going to get a little bit more serious, and it's going to make people kind of get into the Linux in a more serious fashion. So minus help is going to give us this immediate help. So it means that each command or every command will be, or with each command, it's going to be possible to know encoding overloaded, configure turning down video settings, or using your faster encoding preset. Oh yeah, I'm kind of overloading this PC, but that's what the PCs are for. So let's check NVTop. So my GPU, it's kind of chilling. GPUs are kind of chilling. The CPU part it's probably just screaming for help, which is fine. I mean, stream is going fine. Let me just double check on the other part. Yeah. Why is YouTube also so far behind? I don't know. But yeah, looks to be okay. I mean, everything looks to be... Encoding is overloaded a little bit. I will need to turn down some settings for the next session. But for the most part, we are A-okay. So no worries. Yeah. Chat, all good. Cool. So minus help, as you probably know, if you have watched my previous session, I hope you did, or my other videos, allows you to get, well, no surprises here, allows you to get some help. Yeah, and this is going to immediately show you what are the capabilities of this command. So this command will have a few capabilities. Okay. So in this case, it's a head command. This technique will work. I'm not going to say 100% of the time, because that will be just a lie, but will work for most situations. Okay, this is going to work for most situations. Okay, so the minus help, it's something you can use immediately, and it's available offline. And the offline part is kind of important because if you after these two training sessions, the 124 and 134, if you go to the, and yes, I think you should, if you go to the exam, you go to the EX100 exam. If you go there, you are offline, completely offline. So everything you can, all the help you can get by being offline, it's kind of it's the best thing to do. Okay, so you all the help you can get while offline, it's kind of the best you can get to yourself. It's the best help you can get, because you are offline throughout the exam, right? So yeah, I was listening to myself. Perfect. Yeah. So on the exam, you are completely offline. So you just, I mean, don't rely on online resources for the exam, because you are completely offline. So that will just make yourself rely something that will not be available as. Of course, throughout the preparation, throughout the study, you can use online things. You can use online stuff, and that's fine. But don't make a habit out of this way too much, just because on the exam you will be offline. So don't rely 100% on that, and that's something to be aware of. So yeah, so minus help, it's a way to get some assistance. It's always available to you. It's always ready for you. So any questions, anything, people forget things. It's perfectly normal. People forget what that specific switch. People forget how to check hidden files or whatever the case. And the minus help will actually, well, guess what? Will help you. That's kind of obvious, but here we are. So I will use this throughout the training sessions. I have used this before, and I will use it again. Okay, so that's kind of out there. Minus help will get you going. the other option, or at least, well, there are more than one option, but I can show you all of them. So we have the man page, is kind of the obvious. You have the info and the IP info, and the last two ones are kind of the info and the IP info are kind of, well, I don't use them all that much. Most people don't, but I want to show you guys that it exists, and it's probably for the best. Okay, so let's get those two out of the way. Maybe that's better. So let's get the info and the P info out of the way. Maybe because I'm not going to use it at all. The only moment I use the info or the P info, it's throughout this session. Okay, so through it's exactly through while I teach this, either on a live class, on a customer site, or on my own Ozzoy Bits live classrooms. It's when I mention that they exist, and it's not something I use in a day-to-day basis. I really don't. So let's get that out on the open, or in the open, and then we can focus on the one I will use the most. And P-info and P-info, they work similarly as the main pages. Sorry, let me just check my notes here. And yeah, that's kind of the even I mean, I will show you info and P-info just because I'm a good guy, but we'll just focus on the main page because that's kind of the one all be all commands to be using. So if you know the main page, you will feel and right at home with the info and P info. Okay, so let's go. For example, let's do info something that we know already. The head utility, for example. So we don't have info installed. Let's see if I have P info. It's also not installed. So I can install them. It's really quick. So let's just do the installation really quick. So until if not totally mistaken, in Rel 9, you have this pre-installed and I already have people on my Twitch chat just trying to sell me viewers. Oh my God, things never change. In Rel 9 and 8, if not mistaken, it's pre-installed for the most part. Here it's not, so that's just install. I don't want to buy viewers. Come on, just leave me alone. I don't want to ban this guy. I don't want to ban a viewer just at my first Twitch stream with this channel. Come on, I really don't want to. But I will if I have to. If he insists, I will just kick his butt. So it's installed. Don't worry about too much what the DNF is or how to install packages, because this is going to be something we'll discuss further down the line. So P info, it's not it does not even exist anymore. Oh, nice. And no matches found. Okay, let's try the provides. Maybe it's part of something else. Completions, P info, blah, 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 nothing. It does not exist anymore. Well, who cares? Maybe it's already installed with the info. Nope. So no P info for no one. Let's try the info. So that's fine. So info is kind of a little bit, it's a main page, basically. The info and main page kind of get everything from their own, the same source, the main pages. So the info just kind of is a kind of a way to organize information a little bit differently. So if you just use the main page, keep using the main page, it's fine. Info just organizes things a little bit differently. You will not get more information out of anything using the info. Keep using the main page. I'm just kind of putting out there that the info exists just because, I mean, it's my job, right? It's my job to show you the options and show you the ropes. P info does not exist, but P info will be just kind of an info with steroids. It's a little bit prettier to look at, and I'm not going to even to bother to boot up a Red Hat 9 machine just to show you that P info would just look better compared to info. And of course, if it looks better or if it looks worse, it's completely 100% subjective. It's completely something that it's dependent on the person. So looking good to look good or to look bad, it's really just it's completely up to the person who's kind of giving their opinion. So some people will enjoy, some people will not enjoy. So, well, in a nutshell, the information gathered, the information that you get, so the juice, it's going to be the same. They are just presented a little bit differently. Okay, so you will get the exact same information, but just presented slightly differently. That's it. Then you have the man page, which is kind of the what everybody remembers and knows. It's a man page, right? So if I type man, of course I'm typing this on the wrong screen. It is to man head, and yeah, or tail, or whatever the case, and you will have the same information that you have with the minus help. That's true, yeah, but more extended, okay. And it's up to the author of the man page to decide how much information the man page gets. Some man pages are a real improvement over the regular minus help. Some man pages are not that a big of improvement. It will depend on the command, but it doesn't hurt to give it a shot. So here you are using this basically the same thing that we did with the minus help, okay? But it's not always the case. For example, if I go for man SM manage, don't worry about too much about this. So SM manage does not have any manual entry because SM manage is not installed, okay? Which makes sense. I am not going to install it for now. And I go for the passwd command. Again, this is going to show us a little bit more than the minus help would show us, which is the case. And also, often at times, it's going to give us a little bit more kind of tips for moving forward. So, for example, it's telling us that the possibly relates with other files, and maybe they are worth checking. Let's check the ls. The ls show us basically the same thing that the minus help did. No much thing added, except some of added information. So at this point, since we know so little about the system at this point, we are not going to get any value added by using the man page versus using the minus help. Give me a second here. I need just to tweak my camera. Okay, I just needed to turn off all OST's information, and it's fine now. So yeah, so by doing so, you don't. Since we know so little about the system, it's still we're not going to get that much value added by the man page, just because we know little. We know very little about how to use this type of systems, right? So we don't know all that much about using a Linux box. So we are not going to get that much value added by using the main page or by using the minus help. So as the sessions go by and move forward, we will get more juice out of this. Just a couple of more tips. For example, we can do main VI. And you can get help for the VI command. So this one it's a little bit more intricate. VIM, I don't think VIM is installed. Well, it is installed. It's very similar. Then you can also use the keyword search, for example. Okay, this is going to tell you which man pages contain information about a specific keyword. I'm not searching for the possibility command specifically. I'm searching for the keyword possibility, and he's telling me that the possibility keyword pops up in all of these man pages, and I will take the opportunity to explain what this number means. So, and in the possibility, it's kind of a perfect example for that. So if I do man possibility, it says user commands. Okay, So it's telling me how can what is use case for this command, which is change the user password. Okay, change user password, and it tells me how to use this command. Okay, so this is the help about a user command. And if you check here in this section, you'll see here the number 1. Number 1 means that this is a section, or is it called section? I think it is. Let me see. Let me check my notes because I'm not sure if it's called section. It is or it isn't. Yeah, it's called section. I am correct about that. So every man page has a section. Okay, and I will just copy this because I need to use this for the next part. Cool. As a section, in section number 1, it's all about user commands. If you forget, you just do man. Okay, you just can do something like this, and you go to the man page of the man page. It's kind of Inception like, but yeah. So you go to the man page of the man page, and this is going to tell you exactly this. Okay, section 1, 2, 3, 4, and what it means. So we were checking section 1, and it says it's about executables. And it's true, the possibility is an executable. But as you know, maybe you do know, I will tell you now for the ones who don't, the possibility file is also a text file. All right. So what if I want to get the manual page, not for the executable, which is number 1, but for the file? That's section number 5. So if I go again to my man, if I go here to man, it says file format and conventions, and behold, it cannot use the possibility also as an example, which is not surprising because the possibility is kind of a classical example of that. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so you can actually type. How do I see it? Well, that's easy enough. You just do show me section 5, and now I'm seeing file formats. And it tells me I'm checking page number 5 or more, section number 5, which means you are not seeing the help about an executable, but you are seeing the help about a text file. Okay, so it's kind of when you get experience and you get routines, you kind of know what you're looking at. But while you're getting experience, while you're getting some momentum going, take a peek here and make sure you are seeing what you are seeing, which piece of help you are actually seeing. Okay, so if I use the -K option to search, and of course I destroyed my copy paste. So let's get the main page here. Let's do something like this. Let's copy. And let's use the keyword search to see if I can find that text there. And that kind of, you can use the -K because that will pop, or you can also use the -F. So try both. They will kind of show you, one of the two will show you what you need to know about the command. I'm a -K guy, okay? But you can use the -F to do a more freehand search. So let's try possibility. Okay, so the -F, it's kind of it's a little bit more to the point. I forget what the -F means. File? Well, let's find out, right? What does the -F mean? It's there. What is options? And we can just check with more care what that actually means. Look up the mouse page reference file, print and short descriptions. So use the -K, use the -F. One of the two will show you what you want. Short descriptions, reference. I mean, one or the other will actually get you there, so it's fine. This is also equivalent to apropos. This is French, apropos, and this is equivalent to what. So if you are, I know the commands, but these still never kind of made it to my ecosystem of commands I use the most. I usually go to the -K, -F, but if you are kind of you have a routine and you have a microsystem, a system and in place that works for you, that where you use the apropos and the what is, just keep using them. It's the same thing. It's fine. Also, when you are watching a man page, you can also search here. So you can do the / and you just type what you want to find. There we go. And then you can just hit the N key and we'll show you the next result. Shift N will go back. Also, you can say it's small n or capital N. Why capital N? Because it's Shift N. So Shift N goes back, N goes forwards. Shift N goes back, N goes forwards. All right, we can search. Be careful that this is actually case sensitive. Okay, it found the man page with uppercase. Okay, I'll show you later on in this training how to do lowercase searches, ignore case searches. But for now, that's all you need to know. You can go to the man page / and search for the keyword, and this is going to show you where is it. So you see, something as simple as getting help, it can actually get very not complicated but intricate and very robust. You know, it can get very robust in such a simple thing of getting help. Can get really robust and can get, again, not complicated but robust and effective. Let me just check my chat. Why does it says? Let me just check chat. Why is it YouTube telling me connect your encoder to go live, but I am live? There we go. So YouTube chat, it's always so kind of error, try again. Wow. I cannot chat on my own chat. Lol. Lul. Okay, now I could. YouTube being YouTube, it's fine. Leave YouTube alone, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Cool. Chat working, streams are working. Very nice. Cool. Don't forget, I'm live on Ozzoy Bits horizontal, Ozzoy Bits vertical, and also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ozzoy. And you can also chat with me there. For now, YouTube chat, it's for members only. Twitch chat, it's for everyone, as a promotion, as my start of my Twitch channel. So if you're going to go there and follow, twitch.tv/Ozzoy Bits, you can chat with me without any, you don't need to follow or nothing for this test stream. For the next streams, you have to be a follower, and on YouTube, you need to be a member in order to chat with me. Cool. So these are the things we should not worry too much about, because using the help, it's something we're going to use a lot, right? So don't try to force this information down your throat, because that's something that will occur naturally. Okay, you will use all the minus helps of the world, man pages of the world, plenty of times when you need it. So don't worry too much. And this applies, in my opinion, to all the contents throughout this training or any training you may take in your future, which is, don't try to force the knowledge down your throat. Just let things come naturally. People work better by forcing information. That's fine, but for the most part, just let things flow, get the system going, get your instincts going, and you should be fine. Okay, cool. So that was chapter. Let me check my notes again. Let me go here. Yeah, so that was chapter what? I just looked at it and I forget. That was chapter 3, which was or is about getting help with the minus help and all of that good stuff. So that's kind of done, and we will use it time and time again. It's something we will use very frequently, which is getting help, because, well, it's useful for starters, and I am very forgetful. Okay, I forget stuff very, very often. So getting some assistance from the man pages, it's very useful for me, or to me, English. It's very useful because I keep forgetting stuff all the time. So having that information available to me, it's very handy, and I actually do appreciate that these systems exist, and I will use them quite a lot. I did not mention, but don't forget, you always have the option just to go and check the Googles. Google something, it's something we do often, but I will use it if I have to. I have no shame on that, but I will advise you to kind of avoid doing that way too much, because if you are preparing for the exam, in the exam you are offline. So if you are offline, you are screwed. You don't have Google available. So try to get your bearings going without any use of internet, just with the exam objectives. And also, it has happened to me. I went to a few data centers where we had no internet access there. Okay, so we were stripped down from our phones, computers. There were bunkers. There was no internet access there. There was no Wi-Fi, no 5G, no 6G, no whatever G, no Gs. And it did not happen to me specifically, but to a colleague of mine, he was stripped down to its underpants. So he had to go to the data center with these shorts, which is interesting. But yeah, that can happen. So try to rely as much as you can with your own knowledge and with the help that the system provides you offline. Cool. Let's do chapter 4. Then we do a coffee break just to get some air in our lungs. All right. Cool. So chapter 4, it's registering systems for Red Hat support. And I'm going to breeze through this because in order to register a system, you need to have an account with registering privileges, which I don't, but I will walk you through the process. So why would you register your system with Red Hat? My systems here that I use for all my classrooms, they are never ever registered. I don't have to register them. I use my own local repositories if I have an offline classroom. But in this case, since I am online, I can be online without a care in the world. I can get my software, in this case, directly from Rocky's repositories, public repositories. That's kind of the easiest way to go. But if I was in an offline classroom, if I had to be offline, I would just set up a local repository, because that's the only thing I actually need to teach a classroom. It's to have my packages available, and setting up a local repo, it's something I can do in 20 minutes. If you want to learn how to set up a local repo, I have lots of videos in my channel showing you how to can build a local repo with HTTP, a local repo from an ISO file, etc. So, or you can check my members only video series about setting up machines for the classroom, or you can go to my ozzybits.gumroad.com and you can check my pre-built machines there. I'm considering to pre-build machines for the RHC exam, but I don't know if I will, but I'm considering it. So you can check my video series where I show you how to build classroom VMs to exactly do this training yourself in your own lab. I also on my Gumroad have ready to get VMs for your training. You don't have to set them up; just boot them up, and you are good to go. So yeah, and everything looks fine. Everything is fine. So cool. So yeah, so I have my OBS here. It's telling me sometimes that the video encoder is kind of crapping its pants. It's not my GPU. Well, I have two GPUs really, and probably is my GPU number 1, most likely. Yeah, I will check this out later. That's fine. Cool. Yeah, so how to register your system. I use for my classrooms and for my own personal training, and for my students, I use Rocky Linux. Just because, like I said, the only thing I need is to have access to files, and the public repo for me it's quite enough. But if you register your quote unquote true Red Hat systems with RHEL, you can have up to date the latest and the greatest updates, because if you are using the local repo, it's not the latest and the greatest, but for Classroom, it's fine. And we see, so if you are using Rocky or Alma or maybe CentOS, but I have not used CentOS for a long time now. You have the latest and the greatest directly from the public repos. But if you are using a real Red Hat system, if you want to have the latest and the greatest, you need to register your system to get the latest updates and also to get support. All right. So you can register your systems in a multitude of ways. For some time, you only had the graphical utility, and that made no sense because most servers don't have a graphical utility. Then they developed the subscription, what do you call it? Subscription manager. Is it? Am I telling this right? Yeah, subscription manager, and which now it's called RHC. Okay, so it's not installed, and you need to be root to do that. So let's get root access going here for a second. Did I mistype my phone password? God damn it. Cool. So let's try the RHC. Does it look like this? And how about subscription manager? Can you tell that I did this? I don't do this often. I don't need to register systems all that often. Okay, that's fine. So DNF search, search RHC. But this is a Rocky Linux, so most likely I don't have that tool here. That's the case. So let me fix that really quick. I said beforehand, and I did not. I was not showing my console because I'm stupid. But there we go. So yeah, I don't have RHC. I don't have subscription manager installed. So yeah, that's because these are Rocky machines, not quote unquote real machines. So let me boot my real machine, my real RHEL. Do I have one? Don't I? Did I delete it? Did I completely explode my real Red Hat machine? Well, ain't that nice? I did completely obliterate my real Red Hat machine. How nice is that? This is Rocky, right? Yeah, this is Rocky. So I don't have a real Red Hat machine. How nice is that? Oh, am I that? Yeah, I probably needed to delete for some reason. Yeah, I don't have a real RHEL machine. Oh, well, who cares? I will just make believe I have one. So basically, you will use one of these tools, which are either RHC or Subscription Manager. Okay, let me show you an example. I can show an example really quick. It's fine. I can use my own slides to do that. So let's open up GIMP. And I can put the one possible screenshot up on there. You are not losing much. I could just skip this, but I won't. File, create from clipboard. And there we go. You guys can see this, right? Right. So basically, you would just do RHC connect. You just fill in the blanks, and or just you type in your own credentials, and you can just get support going. Then you have the disconnect option to completely disconnect from Red Hat support. You can then use Subscription Manager to register. So let me show you another example here. So let's go here, file, not new, file, create from clipboard. So yeah, this is what you will do to register. Type in your credentials, and then you are completely registered to Red Hat. So you can just after that you can start getting your updates, start getting your support. You can contact support yourselves. Okay, you can contact support, open a support case, etc., etc., and etc. Another option to register your, so this is a completely command line tool, okay? Completely command line. if you wish, you can use what we call the cockpit, okay, which is the web console. So give me just a second, because I need to boot up a second machine so we can have the possibility to use cockpit. So let me boot here my other machine, which is server A. For some reason, I didn't do that beforehand, which is fine. Let's just let it boot. Do I have this on a spinning disk or an SSD? I forget. Doesn't matter. Let's wait for the machine to boot, and I'll show you what cockpit is for the ones who don't know what cockpit is. All right. So nobody here is left behind. It's booting. I know, guys, are just seeing my complete nugget. It's fine. So I'm just trying to log in to my secondary server. Check the IP address, it's 101. And why did I check it? Because I did configure it and I know it by heart, but oh well. Okay, cool. So if I do SSH, don't worry about too much what SSH is. That's something we will deal with later. I'm just trying to show you guys something. So this is going to be student at 192.168.1.101. Yep, I am. And I'm going to type the password. And hopefully, so he didn't show me what I wanted to see. That's interesting. Let's try to change the root user. That's interesting. Usually they show me a message I wanted you guys to see, which is what happened. Hello, Sir Ray. Hello. Strange. He did not pop. Let's try again. Nothing. Let's try to do this without being the root user. That's interesting. He did not show me how to enable cockpit on Survey. Usually he gives us that tip telling you, hey, if you want to enable cockpit, do this and this and that. I know why. I know why. I know why. That's because it's not installed. It's probably that. Oh, correct. So let's do that now. So don't worry too much about what I'm doing this here with DNF, installing stuff, and how this happens, why this happens. We will have a chapter just about installing packages, so you will get there. Just enjoy the show. So apparently obviously I didn't have cockpit installed. So how is it going to show me how to enable cockpit if cockpit is not installed? Where to connect? Who gives a shit? Okay, let's go back to my workstation. Let's reconnect. And there we go. So it tells me to activate the web console, do it like this. All right. So that the web console is called cockpit, and that's how we can configure some aspects of our system using a graphical interface or a web interface. Okay, which is quite nice. So let's try to connect to there now. So this is the 101. So let's try to open a browser to see what happens. Let's open Firefox. I hope nothing happens. That's kind of the purpose here, to show that nothing happens. Yeah, these machines are not kind of the fastest and the greatest. They just work. My PC, it's not the best here. It just works. If there's a sponsor here that wants to sponsor me with a new PC, I'll take it. HP, Lenovo, anyone, I will take the PC, and I will just do a segue to our sponsor. I wish. Yeah, 192.168.1.101. This is my server A. Obviously, it's not enabled, but we can just do what it says. Okay, to enable, do this. So fine. So let's get some root access. When I keep missing my password, god damn it. It's not that hard of a password. And now I enable cockpit. Ain't that nice? So if I log out of my SSH session and I log on again, of course, it's a different password. Of course, that's me being stupid. And it's okay, to get access to the cockpit, do like this. And I will. Thanks, man. So every time I can get some type of help, so I don't have to memorize stuff, I will just take it. There we go. It's loading. It's taking, yeah, the SSL certificate, it's a little bit iffy. Accept. Oh, I'm taking a risk. Oh my God. There we go. So this is my cockpit, and while in here at the left-hand side, you can software updates. Oh no, that's not software updates. It's okay, limited access. It's I need to get some root access first, and software updates, and I can enable automatic updates and just follow along the instructions. And sometime I would see how we call it, subscriptions. We should see the subscriptions. So let's just follow along, and you will see how easy it is. Save. I don't have here the subscriptions on the cockpit, so I need to install the what you call it, because if it doesn't matter what I do here, I'm not subscribed. Oh, I'm so stupid. Jesus Christ, this is Rocky, right? It doesn't require to be subscribed. So if you are using a real quote-unquote real rel, you'll see kernel dump, SLNux, software updates, and after in between terminal and software updates, you will see subscriptions, and that's where you click. And you activate, and you will just register your rel machine with rel, and then you can do this stuff. Here, you can do all of this without worries, because this is Rocky, this is not rel, so they don't give a shit. If this is a real rel machine, between software and updates and terminal, you will see subscriptions. You click the subscription button, and you can then do everything we did on the command line, but through kind of a web interface that can kind of guide you along. It's quite simple. You just kind of say you want to subscribe, fill in the blanks, password, and immediately rel will tell you this is what you are entitled to, what type of update you can get or you will get, and it's pretty much that. Then you have also access to calling a support engineer, or just use a command line, and you're also good to go. So since here I'm using Rocky, they just don't give a shit and give you the updates. If you can also do this during the installation. So during the installation, you can do that before the installation. So it's already done at that point, but to each his own, and you are good to go. Cool. Is it running? Still running? Oh, I have this closed. It's running for days now. It's kind of getting me a little bit annoyed with all the rain we have been getting. Cool. So I need to lower my presets because my content creation PC, it's ready to explode. You are doing fine. You are fine. You're fine. Just relax. Relax. You are good to go. I just need to get the new GPU for my content creation machine. And we should be okay. So I need to do some tweaks for the next stream, but we should be okay with some tweaks. It's fine. So this was chapter 3, getting help, and was chapter 4. Where is my mouse? There it is. So chapter 3, I forget. Yeah, getting help, minus help, domain pages. And also chapter 4 which is how to register. Again, the register part, you don't need to register your system to get trained or to do stuff. Just even with a real machine, just set up a local repo and you are good to go. Or just use Rocky. People prefer Alma Linux. It's fine. Use whatever you want. And we are also good to go. Okay, we have been on this for an hour now. We will check the next chapter, chapter 5, after the coffee break. I need to take a pee, and I will pee. So, if you are a member, you will receive an edited down version of this that will just have all the coffee breaks and all the dripper jabbers cut out, so you don't have to endure this, but be a member and get the cut out version. If you're not a member, you can this VOD will be public if you want to endure all these dead times. So let's go to the coffee break. Where is my coffee break screen? Where is it? Where did I put it? There it is. So let's enjoy the coffee break, and I'll see you in 5 minutes. Enjoy the music or just mute, and I'll see you then. Bye. See you there. And we are back. So yeah, I don't know if it was a little bit over 5 minutes. Maybe it was. I'm sorry. I need to just to check a few. I lost the capability of speech. So yeah, I need to swap scenes just to check something out. Don't go anywhere. Let's click on this. So here. I'm getting an overloaded message. Not sure if it's the recording or the stream. Cannot tell. I really cannot tell if it's a recording or the stream that is getting overloaded because OBS does not tell me. Now it's because it's a full screen scene, it's fine. If I swap here, it's fine. And what if I never use this scene today, but maybe this one? Well, since I'm seeing this, let me crop this out. Nice. So here he's also complaining. Consider turning now. No. Because I don't see anything wrong in this with the stats. Everything looks fine. But I would say it's the recording. I need to tune down the recording a little bit, which is fine. It's 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 totally fine. Oops, I'm sorry. I can simplify a little bit this so you guys don't have to see all of this shit. Neither that shit. It's just information you don't need to endure, which is fine. The rest, it's okay. You just don't need to endure that information. How about this? Yeah, you don't need to endure that. It's fine. This is just something you don't need to see. Just to save some brain cells to you guys. And myself, of course. This is fine. Looking spiffy. This one here. Let's just cut this crap out. We don't need to see this. How about this? Yeah, fine. Fine, fine, fine. Lock this. This is fine. Well, not fine. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit. Now it's fine. You don't need, this is totally necessary to be here. And we are good to go. So yeah, not sure why the encoding is getting crapped out, but I have a fix already. Okay. So I'm kind of procrastinating a little bit because the next chapter, it's something that God damn it, I will go through chapter. I was considering going over chapter 5, but I won't because I can't. Well, I can, but I won't. Chapter 5 is getting AI assistant help with Red Hat Enterprise Linux Lightspeed. Did I add this to the description? Did I type it incorrect? I don't remember. Did I? Hopefully I did. Yeah, I did. Cool. So yeah, I will not do anything of this. I'm just going to show you guys what this is, and then we'll just wrap things up for today. I'm going to tell you what it is, because Rocky does not have it, and thank God for that. So if you want to act, I can show you a couple of tips, but I will not go into much detail. I will not use it anytime in this training. Why? Because this training, it's also aimed to people who are trying to get prepared for the EX200, and you will have online access, which this needs. And this is, like the name says, AI. And no, I don't want AI in my systems. I don't want AI in my production servers. I just don't. If I want AI, I will use a different system to do so, which I usually don't. But don't put AI stuff in my production servers. Don't. All right? I will not. This is not discussable. No, please. However, the feature is called AI assisted help, and it's called Lightspeed. So it's basically a LLM. Everybody knows at this point what the LLM is. It's a large language module specified to assist us. Yes. On Red Hat systems. Rocky does not have it. God bless Rocky. How do I get that? So it's there. As you can see here, I don't have it. No Rocky system has it. But if you wanted to install it, you just would install. It's not available. Thank God for that. Well, if you had it, you just install it. And that's all you need. After that, you can use the C command. And the C command will allow you to do, for example, C chat and tell you. And then you can just ask questions. I cannot show you this exactly because I cannot show you the screenshot because it would just violate license agreements, but I can show you the command here. You would do something like this. Not this. Cannot copy paste between and my well, that's fine. I can just open a terminal in my local machine and open a VI just to paste stuff. So VIM temp. I don't want to keep this, so you would just do this, okay? So I cannot show you my notes, my screenshots, because that will just violate a couple of things. I don't want to violate. I don't want people coming at me. But for example, you would do this. How do I list running services? And he would reply you something of the sort, asking Lightspeed. This feature uses AI technology, not include blah, 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 blah. And then he tells you, systemctl, list units, minus type, minus type, state, running. Okay? So if I want to list running services, this is what we will do. This is what Lightspeed will tell us to do. So systemctl, list units, which I will discuss later in a later chapter, minus type, equals service, state, running. There we go. This is something we do very commonly, which is which is list running services. So now you know that to list running services, you will do this. And then, of course, he would just go along and tell you the whole story all about it. I don't like this because it's AI slop in my system and I don't like it. Okay? Or you can say, how can I check the status of a specific service? For example, you will do, this is not me watching an LLM, it's me knowing. So we will just do systemctl status shd.service. So this is what we need to do. How do I learn this? By learning. I cannot copy paste, so systemctl status ssh.service. Okay? So I don't want AI doing this. I don't want AI kind of eavesdropping on my system. But that's just me. Let's leave that out there. I don't enjoy this. I will not use it. I don't use it. Okay? But so far so good, because it's just how do I do a certain thing? And he kind of answers me that. I could go to Google to get that, so that's not too much intrusive. Okay? But you can actually ask the LLM to check your own logs, for example. So I'm showing my LLM what happened with my logs of the previous hour, and it's telling me or suggesting me possible problems and possible solutions. Okay, so this is, I mean, now you are eavesdropping on my system. Can you please don't? Or something like this. Oh shit, I misclicked something. Okay, so here I can tell you it's kind of PXOX. It's listing my running processes, sorts by memory, and asking the LLM what it's taking up so much space. Or for example, check my logs and let me know if there are any errors. Or you can ask, why did my last boot take so long? So yeah, this is Lightspeed. This is the official Red Hat LLM and official Red Hat AI assistant in a way, which is kind of designed to be completely dedicated to assist you on Red Hat systems. Rocky doesn't have this, so I am unable to install this. I have tested this out in a fully working, real registered RHEL machine. That's why I cannot really show you the full thingamajiggy, because it will just show customers' private information. But this is what you could do. Let me know commands to do something, which is not that bad. It just shows you commands that do something, so that's not that bad. But when you reach this point of showing you customer data and asking the LLM to kind of tell me what's wrong, now that's when I kind of draw the line. I'm giving the LLM too much information and IP addresses, and even though RHEL says it's fine, it's safe, da-di-da-di-da, who can guarantee me that, right? So yeah, I don't like it. But there it is. This is how it works. So if you want to test this out yourself, just get yourself a real Red Hat machine and install it. It's free to install. And if you are a student and if you are a developer, you can get 1 year free support. We can go that route and get the full experience out of this, and then just do whatever you prefer after that. And there you go. This is the Lightspeed, the AI assistant Red Hat administration tool that you can use to do stuff. I don't like it. Rocky does not have it. Please, if you are a Rocky developer and you are watching this, don't add it. We don't need it. Keep Rocky clean. I love Rocky. It's so nice. Anywho, that wraps up our chapter 3, 4, and 5. Next week, next Wednesday, I hope I can fulfill the kind of my plan to be every Wednesdays at 9 a.m. GMT. Just keep an eye on my channel, like, subscribe to get notified about that. Hopefully I can next week come back next Wednesday at 9 a.m. with chapters 6 and 7, which are, so 1 second here. Navigating on file systems and managing files from the command line. So from chapter 6 and beyond, I mean, until chapter 5, it was kind of getting people that are not very comfortable with Linux to get a little bit more comfortable. From chapter 6 and beyond, things get, well, progressively more harder and more intense. Let's do things with this. Now we know how we can not navigate the file system yet, but some basic commands, how can we get some help, etc. Now we'll get shit done by chapter 6 and beyond. So next week, chapter 6 and chapter 7. I need to check my timings. I don't have the Excel spreadsheet here, not the Excel, but the open source one open here. But chapter 8, it's also a possibility. So maybe 6, 7, 8. But like and subscribe. Go check my channel. I will schedule this for next week, and in the description, I will get that going so you guys can know. Don't forget, members will get an edited down version of this live stream to a regular video with all the extra stuff cut, like what I'm telling you now. Coffee break is cut out, so right to the point. Members will get entitled to that. Go and check my, so you like and subscribe. Go check my Twitch, twitch.tv/Ozzoy Bits. I'm also there. Go check my Gumroad, ozzoybits.gumroad.com. Lots of good stuff there. Go and check it out. If you see something in my Gumroad that you would like to get it for cheaper, just drop a comment on the what is called I forget the post section of my channel, and I will try to see if I can get a cool discount going for you or for all the people, all the lovely people of the channel. I often drop there on the community tab promo codes for members and non-members. Go check it out to see if there's anything that you would like there. I frequently drop their discount codes. So check my Twitch. Also check my satellite channels. Ozzoy Bits installs Linux, where I install Linux. Big surprise there. And Ozzoy Bits games on Linux, where I game there. All Linux related. Go check those out. Lots of good stuff there. And of course, Ozzoy Bits on my main channel, where everything tech it's involved. Most likely, before next Wednesday, I will do a Cisco stream where I configure something that's configure shit, and I'll just do a Cisco stream too. So go check that out, and I will most likely do, I don't know when, I cannot tell you the day, but for no reason at all, I will pop and I'll stream some Cisco shit for you guys to learn and have some fun and have some chat with the members and with all the Twitch community. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hype. Go check my Twitch. Go check my Install Linux. Go check my gaming channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.